The Shake Table Lab by Lauren Brandmeyer and Esabella George. We are starting to sketch the first story to match the building code. After mapping out how our first story looks, I measured out the second story and made sure that it matches the building codes, and so it would be stable and won't fall over when the earthquake occurred. We then started to measure the straws to see how many straws were needed to complete the building code for the first story. After we planned how many straws would fit in the building code, we then started cutting the straws and measuring them. We have completed the first story of our building, and now we are starting the second story and perfecting the first with tape and extra straws if we need them. We then went on Sketch and wrote the dimensions of the building and making sure they followed the building code. When we finally finished the building, we were ready for the earthquake testing. But first, we wanted to try to test 2 sandbags on each story to see how the building reacted to them. Our cross braces were very helpful to our building and were the main part of why our building lasted so long without getting demolished. The strongest parts of our building was the base, which supported the whole entire building and carried all of the weight. The weakest part of our building was the first story, and it was bigger than the second story with a bigger mass to support. The first story is also only supported by half of the building, but the second story is supported by all of the building. We used tape every day of science we could to make sure our building was supportive enough for 2 sandbags on each story, maybe even more. If we were to put 5 extra straws on our building, we would put them underneath the first story, not only because it would support the first story, but it would also support the second story overall.
Two, one, start. I don't think this, dude, the whole thing is moving. Shut up. Yours is moving. I bet if you do this. Yeah, there's somebody record this. Yours is going to be recorded. Okay. Major earthquake now.
C75. Okay, we have a C+.
I see.
At 2.1 seconds, it's gonna fall.
No, not yet.
Oh, Brandon, that was so close.
That was really
I was like 2.1 seconds.
While our building was under an earthquake, we had a graph to show how it reacted. The blue lines are showing up and down motion on our building. The green lines are showing the P waves of our building moving back and forth, and the yellow lines are showing the S waves moving side to side. Hi, I'm Lauren Brandmeyer, and today I'm going to be talking to you about my experience for my building project to make my building earthquake-proof. So, our building, which is me and Bella's, we only supported 6 sandbags, but 4 on the first story and 2 on the second story. Our building fell at the first story, sadly, because our X's to support the sides weren't as strong as we thought it should have been. And I think that we should have tied the X's more, and we should have taped it to the sides, and so it had better support to the building. So if I were going to change anything about my building, I would definitely make the first story more sturdy, because I believe that it would have made the second story more sturdy and the first story, because the second story had everything below it to support it, but on the first story only had half of the building to support it. So I learned to use my resources wisely and not to spend all the straws really quickly, and I should have And I thought it was really cool how to learn how architects build their houses and build other buildings. And so I thought I really enjoyed this lab because it made me feel that and I wasn't a big fan of architectural things, but now that I had an experience with it, I definitely think that I'll be enjoying architectural business soon. Thank you. Bye.
This is Chadwick School on Science News every Tuesday morning. Our building supported 6 sandbags, and when we put on our 7th, it did not succeed. So we successfully had 6 sandbags, 4 on the first floor, and then 2 on the top floor. Our building fell right underneath the first story. We didn't have enough support on the first story. We should have had some of the straws going from the base to the first story right underneath that so that it wouldn't have bent over and fell. If we could change anything about our building, it would probably be more support, like I said in the last question. With the first story, we could have added more straws. What I learned about my building is that like straws are actually pretty sturdy, and I learned don't use your resources right away. Use them wisely, because me and Lauren, we were running out of straws quickly, and we were just like, no. And I like this project because I'm usually not the building type, but I thought it was interesting to learn about that stuff and to be kind of architectural. So tune in to Chadwick School every Tuesday morning.